Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and it's Toby Lenyati back at it again. Namisheweta hinkwenu. Yes, guys, I am Tonga, and I am here to talk. Oh, yeah, I'm having a mug of coffee simply because I have some serious stuff to talk about today. But yeah, welcome, guys, again to my channel, and I am here to post my next video. Well, what inspired this video is that somebody asked me a question on WhatsApp. Well, they sent me like a screenshot and they were like, thoughts? What do you think about this? And wow, it was such a difficult question for me to answer. Oh yeah, I'm actually, looking at my phone for something. But yeah, like it was a difficult question for me to answer, or rather, a difficult topic for me to weigh in. So it made me think, hey, what are the other, questions that I have been asked that were very difficult for me to answer? Not just, something that I answered right away. I had to think about it. I actually had to text someone or say to someone in the conversation, shoo, oh my God, this is very difficult for me to answer. And I then went, thought about some stuff. And I came up with a list, of 20 questions. I'm going to spread them out into different videos. Obviously, I don't want you guys sitting there for 20 hours watching me, answer a bunch of questions. But yeah, I've got my coffee. Go get yours. And welcome to the video. Let's roll this. So, hello guys again. Now, the first question, wow, okay, that I compiled, well, and this is basically questions based on relationship for the first part of these videos. And the first question is, do you believe in love? Do I believe in love? Let's think about this for like a minute. Because you know why, and somebody did ask me this recently, was it last year in December? And let me tell you something. um Previous me, like younger, more naive me, probably say 3 years ago, I would have this answer like this. I mean, I would answer on some, yeah, no, I believe in love. But then life comes along. But I'd have to, dissect it to say, now, what is love in the first place? How do I define love? Because at the end of the day, believing in something, you have to know what you are believing in. Well, how do you define it for yourself? And in this case, I define love as, an unconditional giving of self. It can be love of self, it can be love of another person, it can be love of a friend, it can be love of a partner, love of a family member, whoever it is. It can be love of a child, which is the purest of them all, by the way. And yeah, it ultimately boils down to one thing, and that is the unconditional giving of you to the next person or to yourself. So that's what love is for me. And given that definition and inspired of all my experiences, I believe in love, and then the second question here would be, now that, have you been in love? Listen here, listen, guys, let me dissect this for you. Have I been in love? I mean, at that point in time, as a person, you define love for what you know it to be at that point in time. So have I been in love? Yes. How many times? Once, guys. I've only been in love once, and he knows himself. I won't mention names. The third question is, have you ever cheated on your partner? What is cheating? How do we define that? Like Nkulumi saying, guys, what is cheating? Then I'll answer if I've ever cheated or not, because there's specific levels of cheating. There's cheating by I don't know, texting someone and deleting the messages, that's cheating. For me, there's also things like, kissing someone and having it not lead anywhere. Is that cheating? Is thinking romantically about someone, that's cheating, guys. So have I cheated? And obviously there's the worst one, which is having sexual relations with another person while you're in a relationship. But ultimately, have I cheated on a partner? By under all those definitions of cheated, yes. And that's why it's so difficult for me to answer this question, because none of those time was it having sexual relations with someone. But I then had to sit and think about what exactly is cheating. And I've listened to people, I've had conversations with people before, and one person said, no, we're not talking about sexual relations only, we're talking about if you're speaking to someone and all of a sudden how you delete this text because your significant partner can't see what you're talking about with this next person, and under those circumstances, Lalela, I've cheated. Yeah. So would you stay if your partner cheated? I've defined cheating. Would I stay if my partner cheated? I've tried this once and I got burnt, obviously. And let me tell you something from experience. I mean, sitting as the Tobile that I am today, I would not do it, guys. It does not even depend. Uguti, what is it? Is it leading to? What am I finding on the phone? What am I seeing? Having been through this before, a cheater doesn't stop. So no, definitely not. And this has been a difficult question for me to answer before, because I had never experienced this sort of thing before. But now that I have, guys, what do you think? What would you do? Because honestly, yeah, that shit is toxic. No, I would not stay. So I don't care what you guys say, whether I will go through all the men in the country. I don't care. I would not do it. I would not stay. So cheating for me is one of those hard limits. Don't do it, guys. That's just my advice, because Lalela, he or she will never stop if you stay and they cheated, because they will take you for granted and they will keep doing it. But anyways, the last question for this part one of the video, is would you date a guy with kids? Okay, let's take a moment of silence and just dissect what this. I was in a conversation with a group of people. This was surprisingly last year, and this question came up. And I answered it very easily, at the time. But I didn't then sit and think about it. Would I date a guy with kids? I mean, there's so many layers into this whole thing. But to me, if there's love there, then whether he has kids or not shouldn't matter. And then there's the whole thing of drama. I have never dated a guy with kids, so I don't know what it's like. But I have friends who date guys with kids, and I've heard numerous conversations about people who talk about dating a person with kids. I mean, there's things like baby mama drama, guys. I'm all about keeping my peace at this point in my life, so I'm not out here trying to date a guy with kids. I don't want to deal with all that drama. Seriously, I can't. I mean, it's not that, because it's not the fact that I don't have kids is not, a factor here. It's not something that I'm considering. The fact that he has kids and he has, other things is a whole nother situation. Then the question, this is a bonus question that came up from that conversation, was that would I allow a guy to date me if I had kids? I mean, that's his choice. I mean, would I expect him to date me and tolerate me with kids? Obviously, if he's not comfortable, then no, he shouldn't do it. But if he's willing, I mean, let him try. It's up to him. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. As for would I expect a guy to date me if I had a kid? I would, if the whole situation was complicated and there was baby daddy drama, then guys, I would not want to put another human being through such. I mean, it's cruel. But anyways, yeah. Why have these questions been so difficult to answer, guys? Because they're not just black and white. It's a whole nother situation. But do stay tuned for part two of these questions. And yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, given the questions, how would you answer them? Comment below, guys. Engage me in a conversation, because that is what I want to have with you guys. Okay, so yeah, see you on the next video.